Kia ora. Alright, so we have been working on Nemesis Retaliation, I guess we'll call them the characters that you play, and the robot. I still have to do the first player token, which I have started. I wouldn't mind getting into focus, please, my friend. What I have noticed as I was doing it is there's like a mold mark right in its beak. It's frustrating. I've never had to remove mold marks before. Yeah, so I'm a bit concerned. I also need to work on the insider, which is from the stretch goals. Pretty basic, I presume. I just wanted to get into these cool ones. So let's start with the robot. Still going to do the wheels. This is but essentially this was just broadsword silver speed paint, and then add a little bit of color to some of the panels. The screen is plasmatic bolt. Then you've got phonetic paint, yellow, green, orange, blue and green for the buttons on the screen. Also used I think it was a weapon bronze for the bronze colors for all of the wires and little bits coming out of the side. Let me just turn it around for you. There's another part for it. And then this side here, pretty much the same thing. Yeah, pretty fun. Pretty fun to paint. Still got to finish off, tighten up these wheels. I'll get to that later. Now let's get into the recon, guys. So please get into focus. There we go. So I was a lot of inspiration from Treehane Miniatures here, from their speed paint version, until I realized that he was using the prototype version, which is quite different. But I really love the idea of at the top of the recon where these cameras attached to these cables. So my approach to that was to make the cables a little bit of bronze and apply a little bit of a phonetic pink to the top. Now these, I don't know what you call these little bits, sonar detectors or something. Really tried to make that glow work a little bit better, but it didn't really. Let me tell you something. So what I did do is, for all of these things, I did a base coat with speed paints of basic colors, and then on some of them I ended up going over with acrylic paints. This one was one of those. So I did use a purple swarm, this guy over here, and then I ended up moving into a bit of this magenta here with some purple tone, and I've got a couple of other magentas somewhere as well. This guy here to add a little bit of the highlights. The browns themselves, I've got a whole bunch of browns, and I use those for leather straps. I kind of do that all the time. The silver bits on the side are just silver bits, and his face, plasmatic bolt. You'll see plasmatic bolts quite a few times in this collection. Then on the back I just added some kind of bronze highlights because I had the brush on me, and I thought, yeah, let's give it a little bit of differentiation because it was getting a little bit messy or clunky. Didn't know what things were because these things are so small. Like, look at my hands, so small. Anyway, let's move on to the medic. Medic was again a speed paint pink, which I can't seem to find right now. But then I did end up going into pixie pink to just flatten it out a little bit, and make it a little bit more prominent. Again, plasmatic bolt for the little whatever that is, and the vials, and then also on her visor as well. On the back I just left this with the primer color, and then just filled in the bits with the pink, and then added a little bit of highlights on silver. Just trying to keep it as close to the artwork as possible, even though this doesn't really match the artwork. I had a bit of fun with the heavy gunner. I got things wrong at the beginning, but thankfully BGG photos really helped me get through this. So at the beginning I thought this was all uniform, so I colored it all into red, and then I noticed that other people were painting half of his arm silver, so I had to go over it. And then I saw Que-Tang miniatures again that gave him skin, or him, her, whatever, skin for his arms, just to show it, flex a little bit of muscles. So then I did that, and I really liked the approach. This was a speed paint of some kind of red, possibly slaughter red, and I left it at that. Used different types of browns for the straps, and then I applied my my speed paint pink. Oh, here it is here. Familiar pink over the weapon to give it those pink accents, and I quite like it. Then also applied it to the backpack as well, which I thought was pretty cool, man. As you probably notice in these that I haven't done anything on the bases. I've just put them in silver and just left them the way they are, and I'm kind of happy with that for now. This one here is, oops, oh shit. This one here is from the stretch goals. I haven't painted this character, but speed paint greens, browns, plasmatic bolt on the case. Not much to report. Kind of did that and left her to it. This guy here was a fun little paint, obviously inspired by the movie Aliens, and again Que-Tang miniatures. And there is another guy, the Esoteric Gamer, did something similar with this as well. So speed paints all around, except for the straps and for some of the silver bits, I suppose. Here's the back. I wanted to show as much of the yellow as well. And if you're wondering why I chose these colors for each one of these, they were the color of the bases for these characters, and they're the color of the markers. So if I go like to recon, there's your recon card, purple, so I gave him a purple thing. All right. This guy was the first one I started, and then this is where I realized I didn't like the speed paint, so I went over it. So I used a speed paint blue tidal wave, this guy over here, and I kept coming back to it, saying there was something wrong with it. So I actually moved to some blue grays, desaturated blue grays, thunderous blue, and I think I've got a night sky or something like that, that I use just for the highlight parts. I'm actually pretty happy with them now. Maybe I just don't like the color blue. And did we go over the contractor, the most boringest one? This person's grey. Looks like a slacker. It's got like a hoodie that's like dragging down. Looks really sad. And does not have the standard equipment that everybody else has. This thing could be anything. It's got like shitty bandages on it, and yeah, but I'm just kind of happy with what I've got there. Let me just bring this guy out because I'm pretty proud of this guy. I mean, this was inspired by BGG photos. I can't remember which guy did it, he or she, but man, I really like the idea of giving color to the back of to the screens, and I was like, yeah, man, this makes it pop a little bit more. So that is the most of the job. Then I got to work on these ones. If I figure out a solution to make the first player token awesome, I may come back with another video and show it. Otherwise I won't. And then after that, what's next for my projects? I'm actually running out of things to paint. Oh no, wait, I have probably another 100 minis of Marvel United to paint, and I've got Blood Rage, which has been sitting there not being painted. So that is the Nemesis Retaliation whānau. this guy in the middle. Oh, yeah, this guy. Boom. Come on, you unruly crew, let's smash some aliens. Peace.